Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Minecraft Great Mod Tutorial Series. I'm JobNet1. Last time, we talked about mechanical parts and mechanisms. For that, we talked about power. And one thing I forgot about power, don't mind this. He's just there for look. Um, you can actually power water wheels with lava as well as water. But anyway, today the topic is contraptions. Contraptions are moving machines that take mechanisms and do things, including keeping them in their own storage and so on. The mechanisms we're going to talk about today involve mechanical bearing, which that was its crafting recipe again, mechanical saw, and this new block, anyway, called a portable storage interface. This block, you put one on a storage that you want it to accept it, and the other on your contraption. So basically, this barrel with a chute coming from one of these portable storage interfaces is the one to gain items in this storage from the moving contraption, which would be this one. Whereas it is set, a mechanical bearing set, to where it only places these blocks when the anchor here, which is the bearing itself, is destroyed. I can destroy that, I can destroy any part of this except that, and it stay a thing. But what we want to do is wait for this to come around. We're going to put a portable storage interface on the top of this. But you can see that all these items right here, the saw, the bearing, water wheel, the barrel, portable storage, and the chute, all of this is things that you can make relatively quickly early game to at least make a decent little semi-automatic farm, because you manually have to place the wood or the saplings. But you glue one portable storage interface onto your contraption, and the other one you leave stable, and they'll interconnect just like this and move things out of the storage there into the storage here. Now this, like I said, is a semi-automatic, meaning when the trees grow, it'll cut them down for you, store them, and in this case, move them to this other storage. But you have to manually push the saplings on. A little later, you'll get a material called brass and be able to craft this employer. Employer turn this into a fully automatic wood farm. You can still do the portable storage interface to offload it, but as the trees grow, like that one, It'll saw it, make it go away even the sapling. Then, with the deployer, it'll come back and place the sapling back. And this size farm works for oak, spruce, birch, junglewood, acacia, and cherry saplings. You don't exactly want to put them these close together because you'll get things like this, where it takes some of the wood and saplings from another one and puts it in its thing. It won't break it, you can always offload it, but it does turn around and cross contaminate when they're too close, especially on the bigger trees, which would be cherry, acacia, junglewood, and spruce. But if any tree gets into the path of another one, it causes that issue. Now, dark oak, technically, you could also do this with the spruce to make the bigger spruce. You could set up like this and get them to grow and do. But you also have a much larger supply of wood and stuff from them if you do it that way. Albeit, cherry is also one of the big producers of wood and saplings. Sticks. And then lastly, there is, well, I say lastly, these are all overworld trees. But this one is the mangrove. Mangrove, you need a big platform like this. It can't be just the grass blocks. Because if it's not got something for it to stand on, it'll send its roots all the way down to the next ground block, which is fine, but it interferes with sawing it all up and keeping everything clean and everything else. So, for it, you want to make the platform for sure, where again, you don't necessarily have to for the rest, other than just pure aesthetics. Now, there are two, quote unquote, trees and mushrooms. Because there's two mushrooms that I'm not going to cover with this, but you can technically farm them the same as your single tree carbs. There is also the trees that you will find in the Nether, crimson and warp woods. Those you can also still farm them in the single tree style, but they require a little bit of a difference in their bottom block, um, because they need that netherrack variant for their biome. So for them, I prefer to build their farms like those over in the nether itself. But the 5 saws with the deployer on the end and all is the best method for these because, and let me grab some bone meal to show you. It is, once I remember how. Which is the nature. It's not. All right. It's a bone mill, and I'll show you. Because as soon as that breaks, both of any corner or all of any corner, it'll take the whole tree because the actual tree block is there in the middle of the root. So the game sees the roots as something else. But this one also produces a pretty decent amount of several things. But anyway, that is it for these farms and contraptions. Um, just starting out, I do suggest potentially making this tree, or this farm, rather. And that way you know it's all set and good to go. It could would pretty much passively for you as long as you replant it. Once you get the ability to make floors with grass, then I'd upgrade to these farms and go ahead and do all your overworld trees. But you could always stay just simple for the single sapling trees, at least at first. Alright, but that's everything we're going to discuss in this episode. Next episode, we are going to start working in cobblestone. But, like I said, that's for next episode. Again, I am JobNed1. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button below to let me know. If you didn't, go ahead and hit the dislike button. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you want to put in a little bit of what you want to see tutorial wise from Create. And also, if you want to see more from me because you liked my videos so much, hit that subscribe button. Yes, that subscribe button, the one that you haven't hit yet. Hit it, and I will catch you later in the next one. Bye bye.